Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Unit 05 Delta, serving as a stand-in for Master Quora as he is currently indisposed with the COVID, but is thankfully on the mend and will be back soon. In the meantime, I will present Medarot related news in his stead, displaying the highlights as shown from the official YouTube channel. It is a pleasure to meet you all. I will be in your care while Master Quora is away. Introductions aside, let us proceed. It seems that we will be starting the spooky month on a very quiet note, which I am certain will come as a welcome announcement to many that are in need of time to recoup expended resources. Despite this, however, we still see the official introduction of two transforming type models that capitalize on a somewhat niche form of combat, but still stand versatile all the same. Let us proceed with coverage over land, air, and sea. We have only 3 highlighted gacha banners this week, one of them a rerun. First on the line is MRN00, Blue Submarine, with a kit of Conceal, Double Anti-Sea, Sea Legs, and the Primacy Leg ability. To those that have played or know of this M1 veteran's role in the 3DS title, Medarot 9, he is also capable of transforming, exchanging his kit for Sword, Fight Boost, and Mobile Boost, while retaining the Sea Leg typing and the Primacy Leg ability. After him, we also see the official introduction of PLN00 Ladyjet, with a kit of Fight Boost, Double Anti-Air, Flight Legs, and also with the Primacy Leg ability. Like Blue Submarine, Ladyjet is also capable of transforming, exchanging her kit for Brake Hammer, Radar Sight, and Mobile Boost, whilst retaining the Flight Leg typing and the Primacy ability. Lastly, we see a rerun of a popular automobile type model, CAR00 Land Motor, with a kit of Radar Sight, Double Anti-Air, Wheeled Legs, and also with the Primacy Leg ability. Rounding out this series of 3, Land Motor also can transform, exchanging his kit for Missile, Shoot Boost, and Mobile Boost, whilst retaining the Wheeled Leg typing and the Primacy ability. In terms of overall versatility, all 3 models sport moderately supportive kits and therefore are not designed to take the field as the primary damage dealer, but instead serve as auxiliary support between party buffs in a minor role in combat. However, despite anti-air and anti-sea being rather niche and not very useful in combat aside from a handful of situations, these 3 vehicle types handle themselves decently well all the same. If you do not find yourself wanting or attached to the idea of collecting these models, I suggest taking this as a skip week, and focus instead on recouping materials or catching up on any super invasions you might have neglected in recent. A brief reminder as well, for new players and rookie Medarots. Because these 3 models can transform, the gacha banners work a little differently for them, namely you either pull them, or you do not. You will not receive mixed parts of these models aside from milestone pity rewards. For this week's fierce battles, we also see some rather moderately niche skills available between the 3 models, but all the same still worth the effort for collection purposes at the least. We begin with APL-01 Top Gunner, with a kit of Radar Sight, Double Missile, Flight Legs, and the Aim Leg ability. Behind her, we also have SPN-00 Float Spinner, with Melee Trap, Anti-Air, Anti-Sea, Float Legs, and the Emergency Leg ability. Lastly, we also have HKG-00 Hawk Dacker, with Triple Wave, Flight Legs, and the XL Leg ability. This week's fierce battles may not sport anything overly impressive or game-breaking, but as mentioned, at the very least they are worth the collection purpose if you do not have them in your libraries. Out of the 3 models, however, Float Spinner is most deserving of the title, MVP of the week, primarily for the reason that, while Anti-Air and Anti-Sea are niche skills, in the few instances they are necessary, they will serve you incredibly well once raised. Wave, while a useful skill for slowing down more dangerous enemies, is an ailment and therefore can be cancelled by anyone that is using Stat Cleanse. Missile also has its uses, but as a full AoE type attack, its overall damage too is inconsistent and not overly viable in many scenarios. To new players and rookie Medarots, it still is greatly encouraged that you collect them for sake of a just-in-case situation, to carry you while you fill out your libraries with stronger or better parts. Top Gunner and Hawk Dacker both sport Flight Legs, making them decent choices early on for early players in need of a speedy leg for any female bots in their teams. Just beware the natural weakness to anti-air. There was an announcement made this week for the new version of the game launching soon, version 3.1.0, made primarily as a quality of life update more than anything else. Details included the implementation of a soft cap for how high that stockpiled energy was allowed to reach before it would no longer continue to overflow. That cap has been listed as a max of 2000 energy that can be allowed in the player's meter at any given time. As of current, this is nothing to be concerned over, as no players have the capacity to fill it near that high to even need the cap, but I suspect that as the game develops and player level continually gets uncapped over time, this may see itself manifest. That, however, is much farther down the line, so do not concern yourself with this for the time being. In addition, it also should be worth noting that some minor changes in the shop bundles should also launch this week, in accordance to new policies by app stores. In the long term, these also are nothing to concern yourselves over, as the main changes are simply changing some bundle values around or removing lower ones not as valuable. Prices are still largely the same as before, however. We also were announced the beginning of an Auramita Contest that starts today. What is this contest, you ask? Simply put, the fan community will be submitting their own custom designs as entries in this contest, the name Auramita being a mix of the words original and Medarot. At the end of the contest, a deliberation period will commence while winners and honorable mentions are considered. If all goes well, the contest will last from October 4th, 22, to November 8th, 22, and on Medarot Day, November 28th, 22, the 3 winners will be decided and announced. In addition, much like contests of the past, the 3 winners will also be made into official models to be implemented in the game that players can collect. I am excited to see what entries may come out of this contest, and I am certain that Master Quora will be sure to highlight a few throughout this period, once he returns. On the community front, we are still continually looking for translators to assist with the Medarot 3 and Medarot Reloaded translation projects that are currently underway. At last inquiry, progress on Medarot 3 has been slow, but consistent. However, there is still much text in the game in need of being translated and retiled back into the game's code. The Reloaded manga, too, is in need of people that can either translate or clean frames. As of current, the manga is ongoing of over 200 chapters, and almost all of them, if not all of them, have been collected and are awaiting ready hands offering to assist. We would love to see these projects to completion, so that we may begin work on other endeavors of the Medarot series, including Medarots 4, 5, and Navi, by popular request. If you are knowledgeable in Japanese, translation, or cleaning, please do feel free to reach out, and someone will be happy to assist in getting you up to speed on what still needs to be finished. For the weekly art highlights, Master Quora had documented this piece not on Twitter as per the norm, but instead from the Facebook community also managed by him. This piece here, by user Rune Kinaza, shows an entire custom Medabi cosplay prop that is currently being worked on. Very impressive work, as Medarot cosplays are not something often seen except by a select handful on rare outings. This other piece, by Twitter user Mono0, was done just today to celebrate the birthday of one of Medarot's official VTuber girls, Cheerful Bunny. While naturally the youngest in terms of debut date, Cheerful Bunny has made her place in the hearts of Medarotters clear and comfortable, especially for her cooking streams on the official YouTube channel every now and then. Happy birthday, Cheerful Bunny, from one robot to another, beep boop. With everything said, that concludes this week's announcements that were revealed from the official YouTube channel, and I thank you for staying with me during this time. If you wish to inquire about further details, or would like to join the ever-growing Medarot community, you can follow below from any of the outlets listed. On Facebook, you can follow the official Medarot News Network page, or join the Medabots Forever community there. On Discord, you can join via the link provided in the comments below. The Discord server, run officially by leading Western fan community of the series, Project Rising Beetle, will allow you to keep an even closer ear to the ground on anything related to the series. This includes any new merchandise announced, game updates, Master Quora's weekly episodes and breakdowns, and so on. You can also reach out to Master Quora personally via Twitter. He leaves DMs open on there for a reason, so feel free to say hello or provide any suggestions or feedback you would like to offer. Lastly, these are also friends of Master Quora's that he encourages you follow to add more Medarot to your Twitter feeds. Twitter user, Calidori, runs one of the largest fan pages on Twitter for Medarot, Metabots OOC, and on her own personal Twitter she also enjoys answering questions from followers, playing games, or even art streams. This other user, UC Seikanashi, has a wonderful selection of Medarot-related audio covers on their YouTube channel of various battle BGMs from the series through the years. These include tunes such as Beat the Diamonds, Do or Die, or Shout. Thank you again for tuning in, just as you have continually in support of Master Quora. He is looking forward to taking over once his voice returns, and in the meantime, it was an honor to be able to stand in place and disclose the weekly news in his stead. Thank you for taking care of me, and I hope to see you all again soon. Power down. End of transmission.